my channel. It is a new day, it is a new day. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, God bless you, welcome back. On today's video, as you can see with the introduction, we are doing eye makeup. Yes, I've already done my face, but I want to show you guys how I do my eye look. So guys, get ready. Disclaimer, if there's noises in the background, please excuse me. There is construction going on and a lot of noise and trucks delivering and all this stuff. So if you hear any noises, I am sorry, I apologize. First things first is you have to lay your foundation. I don't use primer. I know you're supposed to use primer, but I don't use primer because I just never use primer. I don't have a reason why, but if I do use primer, I'll let you guys know how it works with my skin. So I actually used the Essence concealer. It's the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer, the waterproof tattoo covering in the shade 70 Dark Caramel. And I use that as a concealer. And I also use the Maybelline Dirty Hour Foundation in the color 59 Golden Caramel, the Super Stay. So this is what I use. And on my eyelids, I actually use this. So I just pumped it and I just did this. And I just laid it on like so. So that's all I did. I just put this. The concealer was used underneath and on my face. But this is what I used on my skin. But the main thing is the eyeshadow. So let's get started with that. So guys, with eyeshadow, I like to use this makeup palette by Rachel Leary. And as you can see, let me open it for you guys. It is warm colors. Lovely. I love warm colors. I like to use warm colors on my face. I also like to use blue and I like to use greens, but my go-to, if you guys look at my videos, it's mostly orange, warm, yellow colors. So let me show you guys how I do this look. And you'll need 3 brushes, basically. These are my old brushes. But basically, I just start from the biggest brush to the smallest brush. So if you can get your hands on a eyeshadow brush that is fairly like big and one that's in between and the small one, you're all good to go. I am not a makeup artist. I'm not a professional. I just know how to do my own face and I'm just sharing that with you. So we're gonna start by taking this color here. When I'm doing my makeup, I like to start with a color that is not too pigmented. When I say pigmented, I mean something that's not gonna be a strong dark color, that if I make a mistake, it's gonna be very hard for me to remove. I'll start with the color that is very light and it's not gonna, if I make a mistake, it's easy for me to remove it. So the color that I'm gonna start with is, so basically, the look is comprised of 3 shades. It's this color, it's this color, and this color. So we want to get all of these colors, but I like to do a gradient. So the main thing that I always do with my eye colors is gradient. It's like a blend from light to dark, from a deep color to a light color. I like to do that. If you look at the color wheel, you see you have yellow, then you have green, then you have light blue, blue, dark blue, purple, red. It's like a gradient flow. So for me, obviously, it's yellow, orange, red. So I will start with this color because it's the lighter color. And I take that. And when I apply makeup, I make sure I apply a little bit. I don't apply too much because a little goes a long way. That is a tip. And I have some eyeshadow on my brush. And what I do is, when I apply it, I always apply it above my crease. This is my crease. And make sure when you're applying, you apply it with your eye like facing the camera or facing the mirror, like you have a look at your crease. Don't look down and then you find your crease. Make sure you're facing your head up and you're able to see where your crease. And I like to apply it along the crease and blending up the crease. There's my crease there. So I'm just gonna apply it like this, along the crease, along the crease. And what I do is, once I apply it above the crease, I like to go into the inner side of my crease. I just literally do it like a C shape. I usually do like a C shape. So I just apply here and I apply there. So I do that on the other side, above the crease, and I put it to the other side, like so. Right. Then, my favorite part is I like to take the same color and I put more than I usually do. Excuse me guys, I currently have a flu, so if I sound funny, it's because I'm breathing through my mouth, so I'm recovering. And yo, it was a hectic week for me, but I was like, I gotta give you guys content. But anyways, I'm going to apply the product right on the crease, just right on the crease, right on the crease. Now if you're putting product and you're like, wait a minute, okay, I'm putting it on the crease, am I just putting it right there, or am I going towards the inner, or am I going towards the corner, towards the end? You're literally shaping your eyeball. But your limit when you're going out is your eyebrow. You're not gonna put eyeshadow right here. You're not gonna put your eyeshadow and stop there. You put it alongside your eyebrow shape. So you just do it within that parameter. So I just really I put that amount. It's really light in color, but I like that because it's giving me an idea of what I want. But I'm gonna be looking down because I'm applying it on the mirror. So. Then the next color is Straight Fire, and I pack that on. I really pack that on. I just pack it. I pack that on. And then, see my eyelid? I usually put the amount towards the outer corner of my eye. I put it towards the bottom. I put it towards the bottom. So with this, you have to look down. You have to look down, and you look at your mirror, you look down, and you actually put the product on the outer corner of your eyelid. And make sure not to go past your eye shape and your eyebrow. Don't now be putting eyeshadow on this area. So I pack that on. I pack it on, guys. I pack it on. So you just keep packing it on, packing it on. It's like pat, 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 pat. I've done the other side. And remember, like I said, less is more. So you keep applying bit by bit. And I keep applying it and I stop above my crease. So this is my eyelid, my eyeball, and I apply the amount above the crease. It's looking nice. Then the next step, just for a little bit of drama, I usually just add a little bit of red and I just take it. Now with your brush, you can angle it. I was applying the whole time with the flat side of the brush, like the flat side. Now I'm going to apply with the tip part of the brush. So I'm going to apply like this. Right? and I'm going to apply it to the corner of my eyelid, okay? The corner right here, this corner here, and I'm going to go upwards. Just gentle strokes with the tip. Can you see? It kind of gives you a wing. So I do that on both sides. And then with the flat side, I blend it in. So I blend this color upwards. Now we're done with this. Okay, now with this, I like to also apply it to the bottom side of my lashes. So the bottom part of your eye, I apply it like this. Now only apply it until the middle of my eye. Now let's move on to the second brush, the medium-sized brush. So with the medium-sized brush, I will use that to apply to the middle of my eye. So I use a bigger brush on the outer part of my eye to blend the colors in, and then I use the middle brush to apply the middle part, and so forth. So the color that I'm going to use is Obsessed. Obsessed is more warmer compared to Goddess, so that's why I'm going to use Obsessed. So I'm going to apply that to the flat part of my brush, as you can see. And it's just simple. So what I do is, I'm very careful with this stage. When I apply on my eye, I make sure I apply along my eyeball. I don't apply over here above my eyeball. I apply on my eyeball. You're literally applying on your eyeball, but be careful. I usually start like this. I start from the middle and I work my way on the outside. I apply on the middle like this, apply on the middle, and then I spread it and I go on the outs. Or within my eyeball. Within my eyeball. Within my eyeball. Just applying it. So you're applying it on the parts that don't have eyeshadow. Just apply like that. That's it. That's it. So I've applied on both eyes, and then my next step is to use the smaller brush. So now this is the last step, and what I do with this is I apply a lighter color. I like to start with a darker color and I work my way light towards the corners of my eyes. So the color that I'm going to use is Coconut Latte, and I'm just going to apply it like so. And Coconut Latte, I usually like to apply it on the corners of my eyes. So I like to apply it right on the corner, like right on the corner, right on the corner like that. And I bring that line up my eye. So I am outlining my eyeball. That's why I say don't put the eyeshadow along that part, because this color is actually gonna go. So I usually put it like this. Can you see that? This is how I do my makeup, y'all. That's how I do it. I first put the dot, and then I use the dot, and I go up like so. And as I go up, I just blend it out. Blend it out. Now that we're done with our application of our eyeshadow, the next application is eyeliner and mascara. We're going to use eyeliner, and I'm using this eyeliner. It's a no-name brand. I couldn't find my other eyeliner, so I'm using this no-name brand eyeliner. So okay, let's focus. Usually when I do my eyeliner, I like to focus on the direction that I want. For me, regardless whether my hair is lifted up or not, I want my eye to look lifted. If you want it to be sharper and more precise. Instead of using your bottom eye, use your upper lid line and slightly at the tip. Not at the tip, but before the tip. That's when you make your mark. Let's try that. So I'm not gonna use my eyelid as a guide. I'm not gonna use my eye as a guide. I'm just gonna start right before the end of my eye. Okay, we've got that. And then I'm gonna try the other side. And then usually what I do is I like to line my eye. But when I line my eye, I don't line it from the tip, from the corner of my eye. I like to actually start from here, from where my iris begins. That is one way of doing it. Or you do it this way. From the tip, and on this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. See how it is? Let me do this. And then we put our mascara on, guys. And I'm using this no-name brand also. So many no-name brands today. Is this Disco Super Pro Defined. My go-to is Essential. And what I do is I like to apply the mascara with the tip of my brush. Oh my goodness. When you have a mess like that, let it dry and you can clean it up when it's dry. So I'm just applying with the tip of the brush. And I like to brush the hairs towards the opposite direction. And then I like to brush it out. And I wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. See the difference? See the difference between this side and this side? And this is the final result. I added lip gloss and yes, this is how I do my look. It's not a lot and I don't put blush. There's no blush on my face. I just go like this, lip gloss and eye makeup. And you can see how the light hits where it's supposed to hit. Matching nails, all is good, all is nice, all is well.